It is almost time, maybe a little bit over 24 hours left for 28-year-old Saul El Canelo Alvarez to defend his WBA and WBC world middleweight titles against 32-year-old Miracle Man Daniel Jacobs, who holds the IBF World Middleweight Championship. I haven't done one of these videos in a while. Honestly, it's because I always get a lot of backlash from doing these particular type of videos. This is a big fight, one of the biggest fights of the year. So there will be one made by me. My name is Blue Mercury. This is the Concrete Jungle Boxing Gauge, where I break down which of the two fighters has the most power, who has the better chin, who's faster in the ring speed. This includes head movement, waist movement, foot speed, and in the end, stamina. Who's gonna last all night long? Let's get right into it. First, power. Saul Alvarez, in his 51 victories, has 35 KOs. He is at a 65% stoppage ratio. Alvarez, in his last 10 fights, has knocked out or stopped Alfredo Angulo, James Kirkland, Amir Khan, Liam Smith, and most recently, Rocky Fielding. Daniel Jacobs has 35 wins, 29 knockouts. He has a 78% stoppage knockout ratio. In his last 10 fights, he has stopped or knocked out Milton Nunez, Jared Fletcher, Caleb Trax, Sergio Mora, Peter Quillen, and Sergio Mora again. Jacobs has not had a KO win since 2016. And two of the guys that he knocked out in 2014, Milton Nunez and Jared Fletcher, were guys brought in that were supposed to get knocked out by Daniel Jacobs. Power, 5 for Alvarez, 4 for Danny Jacobs. Chin. Saul Alvarez has never been knocked out or knocked down in his career. And yes, he has fought knockout artists such as James Kirkland, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., and Gennady Golovkin. Don't get me wrong, Alvarez has been rocked in those fights, but never down. Daniel Jacobs was knocked out once in his career. This happened way back in 2010 in a WBO World Middleweight title bout against Dmitry Pirog. Jacobs has recently come out and said that he was getting up and was going to continue that fight, but referee Robert Byrd held him down and waved him out. Jacobs has been down against the light punching Sergio the Latin Snake Mora. It happened on August 1st, 2015. Mora, at that time, had 28 wins and only 9 knockouts. Chin, 5 for Alvarez, 4 for Danny Jacobs. Speed. Both men at this weight have shown to be incredible athletes. In his second bout with Gennady Golovkin, Alvarez showed that he really was taken and graduated from the Floyd Mayweather School of Boxing. The 28-year-old Mexican was showing incredible footwork, head movement, and waist movement that could only be taught by fighting, and unfortunately losing to one of the best fighters of all time. Alvarez, in his previous bout on December 15th, showed his incredible speed and movement by fighting on the inside and never fighting on the outside against a taller Rocky Fielding, and breaking his body down to the point where Fielding was looking to his corner for a way out. His corner stopped the fight in the 3rd round. Now Danny Jacobs, when he fought the undefeated Luis Arias in 2017, and when he fought the undefeated Maciej Sulek in 2018, hell, even when he fought the undefeated Sergey Devinchenko at the end of 2018, he showed that all 3 of those fighters had never fought anyone with the foot movement, ring awareness, and hand speed like a Daniel Jacob. He took the O from Luis Arias via unanimous decision. He took the O from Sulek via unanimous decision, and then outboxed and took Sergey Devinchenko's O because Sergey Devinchenko had no target to hit. Daniel Jacobs was in front of him 1 second. Half a second later, he had rolled over to Devinchenko's left side and out of harm's way. Speed, 4 for Canelo, 4 for Danny Jacobs. Stamina. These past few years, when Saul Alvarez goes this distance, his victories are razor thin because Alvarez, during the middle rounds and perhaps the championship rounds, slows down a lot because his stamina just never seems to be there. This happened in the Eris Larilanda fight, in the Miguel Cotto fight, and in the first Gennady Golovkin bout, where seemingly Alvarez was just too tired in some of those rounds and was giving the fight away. Daniel Jacobs has gotten himself in such great shape with the training he's done all of his life that his body is built to last 15 rounds or more. Even though boxing doesn't go that many rounds, Daniel Jacobs never seems to tire, and he showed it in his last 4 fights. He fought all undefeated fighters in those 4 bouts. He went the distance with all of them and stayed dominant from the first to 12th round. Stamina, 4 for Saul Alvarez, 5 for Danny the Miracle Man Jacobs. This fight, in my opinion, then Saul Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin 2. It is one fight that I am not going to miss. It happens tomorrow night from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. It will be streamed live on DAZN.